Hello everyone and welcome back to my US Diary official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor Hayes' heart about to get broken. Will Thomas target Brooke Logan for his mama? Ridge Forrester's secret fermentation. Taylor proposed marriage and Ridge accepted, although he didn't feel thrilled about the idea. At the same time, Ridge feels shamefaced for giving Taylor her opinion of broken heart pattern. He promised no way to put her through that again. After delivering Brooke in Italy, he also made her a pledge to fix the situation they're in. It seems that Ridge does love Brooke veritably much. Still, with Taylor having a history of broken heart pattern, I could see that condition returning if Ridge dumps her. Ridge did intend to tell Taylor the verity when he got back to Los Angeles. Still, Taylor brought up that she did marriage planning while he was in Italy. Kelly Spencer kept gushing about how agitated she was about her grandparents getting wedded. Taylor didn't help by bringing up what a awful family they've and how important she loves him. Taylor clearly isn't going to make it easy for Brooke to reunite with Ridge. With Thomas verified to be coming back in September, could he have a hand in Taylor's charge? Taylor has been a good character for a while. It might be time for her to do commodity deceptive. I could see her being so hopeless that she allows Thomas to play some games with Brooke. After all, Thomas might have changed, but he hasn't forgotten how Brooke treated him all those times. Taylor and Thomas could team over and ambush Brooke. Perhaps indeed just take way to complicate her life every time she gets near to Ridge. Thomas clearly has the experience and knowledge to beget a lot of problems for Brooke. Games like these generally do end well, however. Thomas and Taylor end up going too far to get relief of Brooke. What happens when Ridge finds out what they're up to? Thomas Forrester may go sicky and plan to take Brooke Logan out formally and for all. Could Brooke be in grave peril now that she's on the verge of stealing Taylor Hayes down from Ridge Forrester? Thomas adores his mama and is relatively defensive of her, so he wouldn't appreciate it when Brooke successfully blows up Taylor and Ridge's rearmost reunion. It could be enough to shoot Thomas back off the rails. Of course, it wouldn't be the first time Thomas has targeted Brooke. Thomas may be gearing up for his worst plot yet if Brooke pushes him too far. Although Thomas got remedy and has apparently been rehabilitated, there's always a chance he'll head back into further unlawful home. This might be the perfect time to have Thomas lean into that side formerly again and deliver some explosive drama as a result. Thomas will have a chance to reply once Ridge eventually chooses Brooke over Taylor, so you can go he'll be furious. Maybe Thomas's old issues will rear their unattractive head and leave him determined to wipe Brooke off the chart. Perhaps Thomas will decide that as long as Brooke is alive, she's always going to stand in the way of Taylor and Ridge's happiness. Thomas is concerned, he may suppose Brooke should have decomposed in that voyaging accident. Thomas may try to take charge of the situation and set the stage for Brooke to meet a grim fate. Thomas might indeed start featuring about Ridge leaning on Taylor once he's grieving the loss of Brooke. That doesn't mean Thomas will truly take Brooke out, but he could at least turn psycho again and make effects amusing. Thomas could bring some twists and turns formerly he makes his big comeback. Thomas Forrester and Daphne Rose could form a secret alliance. Will these schemers blow up Hope Logan and Carter Walton's love as a platoon? Thomas's comeback is passing in early September, but the show may formerly be laying the route for it. It's possible Thomas has a secret mate who's formerly in city. Daphne originally refused when Steffi Forrester asked her to return to Los Angeles, but she latterly showed up in LA anyway. What if Thomas is the one who induced Daphne to make the trip? After all, Thomas still lives in Paris as far as B&B suckers know, and that's where Daphne was living too before her flight back to Los Angeles. There's a chance that Thomas's engagement to Paris Buckingham still ended out screen. Thomas might formerly be conniving to win back Hope, so it makes sense for him to reach out to Daphne as a supporter. Daphne is Steffi's friend and could fluently be Thomas's friend as well. It may be Thomas's turn to scheme with Daphne and try to get the outgrowth he wants. Indeed, if Thomas and Daphne haven't connected yet, that could be once he's back on screen. Daphne and Thomas could eventually realize they've a common thing if they both want Hope's relationship with Carter to deteriorate. Thomas might help Daphne manipulate the situation and stopgap she can successfully steal Carter down from Hope. That could pave the way for Thomas to pick up the pieces of Hope's fractured heart. Thomas might view it as an outgrowth where everybody wins if he reunites with Hope while Daphne gets together with Carter. Thomas will tell himself that he's the stylish person to make Hope happy and that Daphne's the stylish person to make Carter happy, too. There's the implicit for a Daphne and Thomas alliance now that the Ultimate is gearing up for a return stint. Thomas's Hope preoccupation could reignite and leave him ready to work with Daphne on a parlous bifurcation charge. Thomas may face some love life updates. Liam Spencer and Thomas Forrester's contest could soon be back on. Will Hope Logan formerly again land at the center of a fierce feud? Thomas will be on screen by early September, so his B&B return is sure to bring some drama. Liam has no way been a big addict of Thomas, so his guard may go up when he hears Steffy Forrester's family is back in the picture. There are some good reasons to be cautious considering Thomas's history. Thomas was preliminarily obsessed with Hope for times, so Liam wouldn't want him returning to bad jest and fixating on her. That could clearly be if Thomas and Paris Buckingham's engagement crumbles. Liam will no way completely trust Thomas when it comes to Hope, no matter how numerous times Thomas claims to be rehabilitated. There's been a lot of talk on the show recently about Beth Spencer, who was stolen from Liam and Hope as a baby as part of a plutocrat-making scheme. Reese Buckingham made Hope and Liam believe Beth was deceased, but Thomas kept the secret once he set about the verity. That's always been a source of contention and mistrust for Liam, too. Throw in the fact that Hope's treason with Thomas blew up her marriage to Liam, and it's easy to see why he may hold some grievances upon Thomas's return. Liam worked hard to move Hope she should reunite with Carter Walton, but he may worry Thomas's comeback could ruin effects. Indeed, if Daphne Rose is to condemn for Hope and Carter's bifurcation Liam wouldn't want Thomas smelling around Hope next. Now that Liam knows he's hopefully got a long life ahead of him, he wants to spend it guarding the people he cares about. That includes Hope, especially now that Liam's been reconnecting with her and strengthening their bond. Liam may still want Hope for himself deep down, so that could fuel his reignited contest with Thomas as well down the road. Thomas and Liam could disaccord over Hope ultimately. Kelly Spencer's marriage excitement affected Ridge Forrester, and so did Taylor Hayes' talk about their forthcoming honeymoon. Ridge, Brooke Logan and Eric Forrester at Forrester Creations, where they had a discussion with Katie Logan and Donna Logan Forrester. Brooke praised Ridge for saving her life, so Donna and Katie were appreciative, too. Eric conceded that it was a scary thing to substantiation, so he was also relieved Ridge had come to Brooke's deliverance. When Ridge suggested about having nearly to be, Brooke assumed he'd to go see Taylor. After Ridge took off, Brooke was down in the dumps, but Eric suggested Ridge just demanded a little further time to come back to her. At the Forrester manse, Kelly drew a marriage dress and showed it to Ridge when he arrived. Kelly was agitated about her grandparents' forthcoming espousal and her chance to be the flower girl. Although Kelly suggested Italy as a honeymoon spot, Taylor was allowing of St. Thomas and explained the significance of the position to Kelly. Ridge sounded uncomfortable as Taylor bandied the marriage planning she'd been doing. Ridge wound up talking to Taylor alone, but he sounded quieter and further reflective than usual. Taylor got Ridge to open up about Brooke's boat spill and understood that the whole thing must have affected him deeply. Ridge sounded like he was preparing to tell Taylor commodity, but Kelly intruded for further marriage form talk. Kelly's marriage-related excitement easily left Ridge feeling pressured to stick with the obligation he'd made. Electra Forrester opened up to Will Spencer in the design office. That led to an explanation for why Electra had wanted a slow-moving relationship with Will. Electra still allowed about everything Remy Price put her through with the deepfakes and how hard it had been. Will was willing to stay for Electra and understood why she had some torments when it came to the bedroom. Over with Nick Marone, he showed up at the office to apologize to Brooke for the voyaging accident. Nick also admitted he commodity special planned that day and was sorry they didn't get to finish their boat lift. As Nick confessed that he was planning on proposing in Italy, he showed Brooke the ring and left her reeling. After Nick professed his love for Brooke, she said she loved him, too. Nick wouldn't get the happily ever after he's hoping for with Brooke.